Hello, let's understand the concept of custom matrix, which is part of Unit 3 under Customizing Models and Training Algorithm. The word matrix is a function that is used to judge the performance of the model. It is also used to evaluate a model. If we consider the classification problem, we would use accuracy or the precision as a matrix to check the performance of the model. In this section, we need to define a custom metric function which is used to check the performance of the model. So we can consider the custom loss function, which is as a custom matrix function. So we already know what is a custom loss function. So custom loss function that we have used or declared earlier was a Uber function, which is used to find the square loss or a linear loss based on the threshold. Here we can use the same custom loss function, that is the Uber function, as a custom metric function. So when we use or when we call a create Uber class, we need to update the model.compile. In the model.compile, in the matrix, we can call the create Uber with the threshold. Remaining things is as it is, that is, we will have a loss and the optimizer along with it. Let's understand some more details about metrics. So we'll take a binary classifier example where precision is the matrix. So we already know what is precision. Precision is the number of true positives divided by the total number of positive predictions and the total number of positive predictions, or it is equal to true positives divided by true positives and false positive. Now suppose we have made 5 positive predictions over the model in the first batch, out of which 4 are correct. So the precision here is 80%. And for the second batch, the model has made 3 positive predictions, but they are all incorrect. So the precision here is 0%. Now if you compute the mean of these two precisions, it is 40%. That is, we will take 80% plus 0 divided by 2, which is 40%. But the total number of true positives is, for the first batch and the second batch, when we take, it is 4 plus 0, which is nothing but 4, out of 8 positive predictions, that is 5 in first batch and 3 in the next batch. So the overall precision should be 50%, not 40%. Now with this example in mind, let's use the Python concept here and we'll elaborate this precision. So we will create an object called as precision. So that uses the keras.metrics.precision class. And to this precision, we are going to pass the labels and prediction for the first batch. You can see here in this example, we are passing labels and predictions here, that is 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0 and the next set of values. So when we execute this precision, it is giving the result as 80%. So automatically it is able to calculate the true negatives, false positive, false negative and true positive. So based on that, it is giving the result as 80%. And for the second batch, it is giving the result as 50%. So with the help of precision object, we are able to calculate the precision. So this kind of example, we consider it as a streaming matrix or a stateful matrix. That is, the result is updated one batch after the another. Now, if you want to check the result, we would use the result method, which gives us the current value of the matrix. On the existing objects, that is the precision object with the values, if we run the result with p dot result, it is giving the result as 50%. And here even you can check the variables, that is true positives and false positives. So it's returning the value as 4. And you can reset the values of each of these variables to 0 using p dot reset underscore status method. That's a simple example of precision. Now, with respect to this custom functions concept, we need to create a custom matrix. Here we are going to consider a regression example, which this custom matrix basically extends the keras.matrix.metric class. So when we want to create a custom matrix, there are 3 main methods which are used. That is the update state, result, and the reset state. Apart from these 3, even we are going to use the common method, that is the initialization method, where we initialize the variables, that is init. So this update state method, what it does, it updates the values of the variables and calculates the metric. Whereas the result is used to return the value of the metric. The reset status, as we already know, it resets the values of the variable to 0. Now let's go through the code. So what we have done here with respect to the regression concept, the uber loss function is used here, where we have created a class called as uber metric class, which extends keras.matrix.metric class, the main class, and we have defined 4 methods. One is the initialization method, where we initialize the values to the variables, and the update state method, where we calculate the values of the variables and the metrics, and the result, which gives you the respective total, and the total is nothing but the total uber loss, and the count, that is the true value, that is the y true value, the total number of instances. And the last method is the getConfig. So this getConfig method, it returns you the configuration of the variable that you have defined. Let's understand this with some more details. The class name used here is the ubermetric class, which is extending, or it is a subclass of keras.matrix.metric class, under which the first definition or the first method is the init method. This init method has self. So by default we are using self because we are going to create the variables respect to that particular method. And then there are 2 arguments. One is threshold, which is set to 1.0. If threshold is not passed in the input, we will set it as 1.0. And next is the keyword arguments, which is nothing but a dictionary. And you can see like the super method, which is calling this parent class. And next we have 4 variables here: threshold, uber function, call, and the total and count. So the threshold, whatever is assigned when we run this particular class, we are going to pass some values. So whatever we are going to pass the values such as threshold is saved in self.threshold. And the uber function, self.uber function, is going to call the create uber along with the threshold value which is being passed. And the add weight method, you can see the next line, that is the add weight method. It helps us to create the variables that keeps track of the metric state over the multiple batches. In the same way, that is, for the total, where it is calculating the sum of the Uber loss, which is the total, and the count, which is nothing but the number of instances, which is seen so far. Let's move on to the next method, that is the update state method. In update state method, we have y true value, y predicted value. So in y true and y predicted value, which is nothing but the actual value and the predicted value, when we pass it to the Uber function, it actually calls the Uber function and it returns the squared loss or the linear loss based on the threshold. And that is saved in the metric here. And that result is passed to the next line, that is total.assign add, which adds up or sum up all the metric which has been returned by the Uber function, which is nothing but the total. And the next line is count. It is basically returns you the number of instances. So update state is calculating the metric, that is nothing but total and count. And then we are going to call the result. So this result is returning you total divided by count. So when we call the result, automatically the update state will be invoked to calculate the metric and the count, that is total and count. And result will return you the total divided by count. And the last method, that is getConfig method, it is basically used to make sure that the threshold is saved along with the model. So the reset state method is not used here. We can even define the method to reset all the variables which is used as part of this class. The same explanation is given in this particular slide. Thank you.